Okay, let's dive in then. Today, we're looking at some notes, right? From someone's trip to Tak province in Thailand. Seems like it was a pretty quiet visit.
Yeah, that's the feel. And our job, really, is to unpack what they saw, what details jumped out.
Exactly. What do these notes tell us about, finding peace in different kinds of settings? We're sticking just to what's in the notes here.
Right. So the source starts off with Texan Maharat National Park.
Okay, a national park. What's the focus there?
Well, interestingly, it's not like the overall scenery mentioned first. It zooms in on one thing.
Oh yeah, what's that?
A giant crabapple tree. That's the highlight pulled out in the notes.
Ah, just one tree. Must be pretty
Different.
special then. Do the notes say anything about, like, why it stood out? Size, maybe?
They did give one specific, pretty amazing detail.
Yeah.
This tree is noted as being around 700 years old.
Wow. 700. Seriously.
That's what the source says. 7 centuries. It presents that age as, a really key part of seeing it.
Okay, 700 years.
Yeah.
That's incredible for a living thing, standing in front of something that old.
Yeah, rooted right there.
It's more than just a big tree, isn't it? It's like living history. Shows endurance.
Absolutely. And the notes picking that detail, the age, suggest it's about encountering something, well, immense, resilient.
Connects you to a totally different time scale, way beyond our day-to-day stuff. Puts things in perspective, maybe.
I think that's the idea coming through. It's not just background scenery. The source frames it as this marker of time, persistence, a really powerful nugget, as you said.
Okay, so after that experience, seeing this ancient giant, the notes shift a bit.
Where to next?
Describes driving back towards town, finding parking near a school. So moving back into a more everyday kind of environment.
Right, away from the grand nature.
And the feeling that's emphasized is just, it was a quiet, peaceful day overall. That seems to be the main takeaway feeling.
And that feeling continues, according to the notes, but in a totally different place.
Where's that?
A public park. Right near that school, actually.
Okay, a local public park. So definitely a contrast to the, the ancient tree in the national park.
Exactly. This place isn't highlighted for its grandeur or ancient features. It's about the atmosphere.
So what were people doing there, according to the source? What kind of peace are we talking about here? Different from the tree, I imagine.
Seems like it. The description mentions it's used by locals and maybe some tourists, too, just looking to relax.
Simple stuff.
Yeah, really simple. Just walking around, sitting under the trees, quietly.
So it's suggesting maybe a different flavor of peace. More accessible, community-focused.
I think so. Grounded in just being there, Simple presence, not needing some epic scale wonder.
That's actually a really interesting contrast when you pull it out of the notes like that.
Isn't it?
You've got the, deep awe from this ancient, massive tree in a national park.
Right, that connection to deep time.
And then, set right against it is this simple, everyday calm found just walking or sitting in a town park.
And both, according to the source, add up to that feeling of a peaceful day.
But achieved in really different ways.
Exactly. And maybe that's the key insight here drawn from these notes. Peace isn't just found in those big wow moments with ancient nature.
It can also be found just sitting on a bench in your local park.
Seems like it. Equally valid, maybe just different. Found in these accessible local spots meant for quiet time. Simple relaxation.
So thinking about this for you, the listener, what does this picture from the notes suggest? Where might you find those moments of peace or, connection?
Does that idea resonate? That calm can live in both the awe-inspiring, like a 700-year-old tree.
Yeah, and in just the simple act of sitting quietly in a familiar park.
What stands out to you from this specific account, these specific details about finding that quiet? Something to think about, maybe.